Hello, little dreamers. Welcome to Dream Sleepy ASMR. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let your imagination drift into a land where dreams glow brighter than stars. Tonight, we'll meet Princess Aurelia, the princess of Starlight Dreams, who lives in a world made of moonlight, kindness, and calm. So snuggle into your blanket and let's float together into her peaceful kingdom. In a quiet kingdom high above the clouds, where the stars swayed like lanterns in the night, there lived a gentle princess named Aurelia. Her hair shimmered like soft silver light, and her eyes held the calm of 1,000 peaceful nights. The people called her the Princess of Starlight Dreams, for every night, when the world grew quiet and sleepy, Aurelia would spread soft light across the sky, helping every child fall into calm, happy dreams. But Aurelia's magic wasn't just in her crown or her wand, it came from her heart. Whenever someone felt lonely or afraid of the dark, her heart would begin to glow, guiding her to them, like a whisper of light calling her name. One night, as the moon hung low and the clouds glowed silver, Aurelia stood by her balcony. The wind carried a soft sound, not quite a song, not quite a sigh, but a whisper. "Someone's having trouble sleeping," she murmured, her voice as gentle as starlight. She held her wand close. The crystal at its tip began to shimmer with a calm blue glow. The light swirled, forming a small trail of dust that drifted out into the sky. Aurelia followed it, gliding across the night on wings made of light. Below her, the world was fast asleep, little cottages resting under moonbeams, trees glowing with soft dew, rivers like ribbons of glass. But far away, at the edge of Dream Valley, one small cottage flickered with restless shadows. Inside, a little girl named Ella tossed and turned, unable to sleep. Her dreams were full of noise and worry. Aurelia landed softly by her window, her wings folding like silk. She peeked inside. "Oh, little dreamer," she whispered, "why are your dreams so restless tonight?" The child mumbled softly, half asleep. "The stars won't shine for me, it's too dark." Aurelia smiled kindly. With a wave of her wand, tiny golden lights danced into the room, floating gently above Ella's bed like glowing butterflies. The child sighed and smiled, drifting deeper into sleep. But as Aurelia turned to leave, something strange happened. The lights around her flickered. Her starlight, the very glow of her dreams, wavered. "That shouldn't happen," she whispered. Far above in the heavens, one of the great starlight crystals, the source of all dream magic, had begun to dim. Back in her castle among the clouds, Aurelia hurried to the Hall of Lights. There, 12 great crystals floated in a circle, each one representing a dream's emotion: joy, peace, love, wonder, courage, laughter, and more. But one was now fading, the crystal of calm. Without it, dreams would become restless. Children would toss and turn, unable to sleep peacefully. Aurelia's guardian, an ancient owl named Eldrin, fluttered down from the rafters. "Princess," he hooted softly, "the crystal of calm is losing its light. The world's dreams are growing uneasy." "But why?" Aurelia asked. "Because," said Eldrin, "someone or something has begun feeding on dreamlight, a shadow that grows stronger when children worry, when they cannot rest." Aurelia placed her hand on the dimming crystal. It felt cold. She closed her eyes. A faint image appeared in her mind, a dark mist rising from Dream Valley, curling like smoke. "I must go," she whispered. "If I can find the cause, maybe I can heal it." Eldrin nodded gravely. "Then remember, Princess, light grows brighter when shared. Never let fear dim your heart." Aurelia smiled softly and flew into the night once again. The trail of dim light led Aurelia deep into the Dream Valley, a quiet meadow that sparkled faintly with drifting dream dust. But tonight, everything was still. The flowers that usually glowed were dull. The streams that shimmered were gray. And there, at the center of it all, a shadow pulsed gently, like a sleeping heartbeat. Aurelia landed quietly. Her wand glowed with faint starlight. "Who are you?" she asked softly. From the mist, a voice answered, low, slow, and sad. "I am what's left when dreams are forgotten." The shadow rose, not dark and frightening, but weary and grey, shaped like a drifting cloud. Long ago, it said, I used to be the calm in every child's sleep, but when the world grew busy and restless, they forgot me, their nights filled with worries, not wishes. Aurelia's heart ached. Then you are not my enemy, she whispered. You are sadness, longing to be remembered. The shadow shivered. I only wanted to feel their peace again, but I took too much light, and now everything fades. Aurelia stepped closer, her gentle glow spreading warmth across the ground. Let me help you remember, she said. Dreams are never lost, they just need love to shine again. She raised her wand and began to hum a lullaby. It was soft, pure, and full of warmth, a song only fairies of the Starlight Kingdom could sing. The valley began to shimmer. Flowers lifted their heads, stars blinked awake, and even the shadow began to tremble in gentle light. What is this feeling? It whispered. Peace, Aurelia smiled, the one you've been missing. The shadow's color began to change from gray to silver as it dissolved into sparkling dust, swirling gently into the night. The crystal of calm, high in the sky, began to glow once more. Aurelia closed her eyes, feeling the warmth return to her heart. The valley was alive again, soft lights floating, rivers whispering lullabies, stars dancing slowly across the horizon. But just as she was about to return home, a soft tug pulled at her wrist. She turned. A tiny star, smaller than a raindrop, floated before her, blinking shyly. Thank you, princess, it chimed in a tiny voice. Because of you, I can dream again. Aurelia smiled and kissed the star gently. Then shine bright, little one, and remind everyone that calm is a kind of magic. The stars zipped into the sky, sparkling joyfully. Aurelia looked over the horizon. The whole kingdom was peaceful again, but deep within her heart, she felt something new, a whisper that said, even peace must be protected, every night, every dream. And she knew her journey wasn't over yet. As Princess Aurelia watched the stars light up again, her heart glowed with gentle peace. But somewhere beyond the clouds, a new dream was stirring, and a new adventure was waiting to be born. The night after Aurelia restored the crystal of calm, her kingdom shimmered brighter than ever. The stars danced like silver petals, and children all over Dream Valley slept soundly, smiling in their sleep. But as the soft winds moved through the castle, Aurelia noticed something unusual, a faint, rhythmic hum echoing through the halls. She followed the sound to the Mirror of Dreams, a floating glass orb that reflected not faces, but feelings. Tonight, it showed something unexpected, a patch of night sky completely dark. No stars, no glow, just emptiness. That corner of the sky has fallen asleep, whispered Eldrin, the old owl, fluttering to her shoulder. Yes, said Eldrin, when stars lose hope, they close their eyes and fade into silence. If too many sleep, the whole dream sky will dim again. Aurelia touched the mirror, her reflection glowing faintly. Then I must awaken them softly, kindly. No star should dream alone. And with that, she stepped onto her balcony, her wings unfurling once more. They shimmered like liquid moonlight as she rose into the heavens. The higher she flew, the quieter it became. Even the wind seemed to hold its breath. All around her were stars, some bright, some barely flickering, and in the distance, a wide stretch of pure darkness. It felt lonely. Aurelia held her wand close. If the stars have forgotten how to shine, she whispered, I'll remind them. She began to hum, a soft melody carried on the breeze. The notes floated like feathers, wrapping around the stars. One by one, they flickered faintly at first, then brighter, responding to her song. But then, deep within the darkness, a low, sad voice spoke. Why do you wake us, princess? It asked. We sleep because no one wishes upon us anymore. The voice came from a cluster of faint stars, hidden behind a veil of cloud. Aurelia's heart softened. Everyone still wishes, she said softly, but sometimes they forget to believe. The stars shimmered faintly, uncertain. Belief is what keeps dreams alive, Aurelia continued. Even when eyes are closed, hearts still whisper, and those whispers are wishes. A small star blinked awake, trembling like a teardrop of light. Then help us remember, it said, so we can shine again. Aurelia lifted her wand. From its tip, a stream of golden dust spiraled outward, forming a ring around the sleeping stars. Let's dance, she whispered. The stars hesitated, then slowly began to move, following the rhythm of her song. The darkness around them started to glow faintly, like dawn creeping across the sky. She twirled gracefully in the air, her wings scattering light. Every movement left behind trails of color, soft blues, lilacs, and golds, painting the sky anew. The stars joined her, swirling like tiny fireflies, their laughter quiet but full of joy. And slowly, the dark patch faded away, replaced by a sea of glittering silver. Eldrin, watching from afar, smiled and whispered, "She doesn't just bring dreams, she brings peace to the night itself." When Aurelia returned to her castle, the starlight crystals glowed brighter than ever before. But something new had appeared in the garden, a shimmering pool of light. The moonlight reflected on it like flowing silk. A soft voice echoed from its surface. "You've restored the sky, Aurelia, but the truest dream lies not in the stars above, but in the hearts below." The pool showed visions of sleeping children, their faces calm, their dreams glowing like candles. Aurelia knelt by the water. "They are the reason the stars shine," she whispered. "Their dreams feed our light." The pool sparkled, sending ripples of soft gold across the garden. "Then protect their peace," said the voice. "As long as children dream with love, your starlight will never fade." The next evening, Aurelia visited Dream Valley again, not because something was wrong, but because she loved to watch over her dreamers. She floated above the cottages, spreading faint dust from her wand, starlight that smelled like lavender and rain. Inside each home, children smiled in their sleep, their hearts calm, their dreams gentle. But one little boy stirred, murmuring softly in his dream. Aurelia landed beside his window. He was whispering, "I'm scared to sleep. What if the dark comes back?" Aurelia's heart glowed. She leaned close and whispered, "The dark only exists when you forget the light inside you." She touched his forehead gently, and a tiny starlight mark appeared, glowing faintly. "Whenever you feel afraid," she said, "close your eyes, take a breath, and remember this light. It's your own dream, and it will always guide you home." The boy smiled in his sleep, and the glow around him softened the entire room. Aurelia looked out over the valley once more, now shining brighter than ever, and she whispered to the stars, "As long as they believe, peace will never fade." And so, Princess Aurelia returned to her castle in the clouds, where every night she watched over the dreams of children across the world. Her wings glowed softly, her crown shimmered like moonlight, and her heart stayed full of calm. Every time a child took a deep breath and drifted peacefully into sleep, a new star would twinkle in her sky, a tiny light born from their dream. Aurelia had learned something beautiful that night, and so can you. Sparkle's peace doesn't come from magic alone. It comes from kindness, calm hearts, and gentle thoughts. Sparkles, even the smallest light, can chase away the darkest night. Sparkles, and when you close your eyes tonight, your dream will become a new star in Aurelia's sky. So, little dreamer, take a deep breath, feel the quiet magic around you, and sleep peacefully under the care of Aurelia, the princess of Starlight Dreams.